So to get started on these fantastic cookies, I have 2 cups of all-purpose flour, and I'm going to add a couple things to the dry ingredients. So I'm going to start by adding in half a teaspoon of baking soda, and then I'm going to add in half a teaspoon of regular salt. No kosher, just regular. And I'm going to give this a good mix. I'm going to set this aside and get going on our wet ingredients. Start the wet ingredients by adding in 1 cup of packed brown sugar and half a cup of white granulated sugar. I just blended those 2 sugars a little bit before I add in any of the other wet ingredients so that everything, you have evenly distributed. At this point, I have 3/4 of a cup of melted butter that I'm going to add in, so that's a stick and a half. I'm just giving this a good mix until everything is incorporated. So after these sugars are blended well, along with the butter, I'm gonna add in 1 whole egg and then an extra egg yolk. The extra egg yolk will add in some richness to the batter. You want to always remember to scrape down the sides of the bowl just so that everything incorporates together. That's really important with cookies. You want all the flavors in one bite. You can add a tablespoon of vanilla extract. It's going to give a vanilla flavor, obviously, a little sweetness. What I'm now going to do after I added the vanilla extract is add in the flour mixture from earlier in a couple parts. So I'm going to add about half, and then you want to mix it, and you just want to mix it with the blender or your mixer until everything is incorporated. Don't forget to scrape down your sides of the bowl after everything is mixed, and you can add in your second part. See how all the flour is incorporated? It's time to add in our chocolate chips, and I'm using milk chocolate today, but you could also use semi-sweet, which is my preference. And you're just gonna fold the chocolate chips into the cookie dough. Just going to put this in the fridge and let it set in the refrigerator for about an hour so that it gets kind of chilled, and then we're going to scoop it and pop them into the oven. So here is our cookie dough, you guys. You want to keep them spread apart on the pan, and I'm just going to top a little bit of salt on each one. And it sounds kind of weird, but I tell you, the salt makes a difference. It brings out the chocolate a little bit, and it'll taste really good. So just kind of press that down in on there. Okay, and I'm going to put these in a preheated 325 degree oven for about 15 to 20 minutes, depending on how thick your cookies are, but you want them to be about 1/4 of a cup of batter. So here are our completed chocolate chip cookies. I hope you guys enjoyed this cookie recipe. This is the only cookie recipe I use now, and I've been using this recipe for about over 1.5 years. I hope you guys enjoy and can make these. They're crisp on the outside and chewy on the inside, so the perfect cookie.